So I promised you another guest, and we do have another guest in the shape of John Blundell, who is the chairperson of the group Younger Generation Theatre Group. Good morning to you, John.
Oh, good morning to you and your listeners.
Exactly. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Right, so the Younger Generation Theatre Group, tell me about it. Where is it based?
We rehearse in Purley, and it's in a church hall, St Mark's Church Hall, Purley. And the idea is that we give the chance to youngsters aged 9 to 18 to appear on the professional stage. We used to use the Fairfield halls, but unfortunately we hear that they are now starting to redevelop the theatre, so we have to relocate, and our next show will go on at the Harlequin Theatre in Redhill. Is
it a similar size to the Ashcroft Theatre?
The actual stage is a little bit bigger,
okay.
So that would be great for the youngsters.
Absolutely.
We try to get a cast of around about 80 or 90 people, and they have a very good dressing room space there, and the facilities look very good.
So how long has this theatre group been in existence then?
We've been going now for 28 years.
Wow.
And it first started out through Scout gang shows. The guy who used to produce the South West London gang show decided that he would like to broaden the aspects away from Scouts, and so he set up the Younger Generation Theatre Group so that other youngsters from anywhere around the area could come along and try their hand at doing something on the stage.
What a wonderful idea. So who actually is responsible for directing the shows?
We have a team of people that are all old cast members. They've come up through the ranks. We have one director, and we have 6 or so choreographers who put the show together. We don't do shows that come straight off the written things like Annie and that type of thing, because they don't give enough exposure to the youngsters. So we write our own shows according to the type of people and the cast we have at any given time.
Gosh, I mean, that must be quite a task. So when you're actually auditioning, you haven't actually got a script in mind at that point?
We have an outline of a show, but through the auditions, we can see what sort of things the youngsters can do, and we obviously adapt accordingly as we go along.
Okay, so when they're rehearsing, how much rehearsal time do they have to put in? Is it like once a week, once a fortnight?
It's once a week on Sunday afternoons, and we start around about 1 o'clock and finish about 6, and the rehearsals go on for 18 weeks.
Okay, so it's quite an intense schedule, really, isn't it, for them?
It certainly is, and the auditions are for the next show. These are on the 6th and the 13th of March in the place where we rehearse, and the auditions are designed so that the choreographers and the production team can see exactly what the youngsters can do, and obviously we adapt accordingly to them.
Okay, so if someone wants to come and audition, do they have to prepare a song or a speech or anything like that?
We use a standard song which everyone will sing. Everyone must have some sort of form of movement, because they'll be using that whatever they are on the cast, and obviously if they have a speciality, we can cater for that. So if our shows normally have a bit of ballet in them, a bit of tap, bit of dance, that type of thing, modern and various other forms of dance. If they can play a musical instrument competently, then we will cater for that as well.
So if someone wants to get in touch with you before the auditions to ask any questions, what should they do?
The best way to get in touch is through the website, youngergeneration.co.uk, where you can pull off or fill in audition forms, or you can see a little bit about what we do.
Fantastic. So were you an actor yourself at any time?
I've done the various Scout gang shows in my youth, and my youngsters were in the South West London gang show going back a very few years, 29 years ago, and as with all type of Scout leaders, the guy who started this off said, "Can you give a hand?" And I've been given a hand for the last 28 years.
Well, congratulations. That's wonderful. And I think all of you are, in fact, volunteers that run the group, aren't you?
We certainly are. And with that in mind, I'm very pleased that in 2013, the group was awarded the Queen's Volunteer Award, which effectively is the MBE for volunteers.
Wonderful. Well, many congratulations. Well, I hope that folks will come along to the audition. Let's just repeat. The audition will take place on the
6th and the 13th of March.
Right.
That's Mark's Church Hall, Purley. And
whereabouts in Purley is that, St Mark's Church Hall?
It's just off the Banstead Road. If you go along from Purley along towards the Banstead Way, just on the right-hand side, there's Peak Hill Rise. There's a road called Church Road just off of there.
Okay, super. And they should turn up at what time?
1 o'clock.
Excellent. Well, thank you, John, for coming and giving us that very useful information. We hope that you find your suitable cast, and we look forward to hearing news of your production.
We also have a working name for the show, and it's called Colourama. This year's theme is to put in acts that reflect the various colours that we might have.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, John. It's been a pleasure to have you on Croydon Radio.
Thank you very much.